What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a cool day. I'm Biscuit Dog, and we're back in Gold Rush. We haven't been in Gold Rush for a while, but I've been playing Gold Rush little by little, getting things done, and there's a bunch of new equipment and stuff that I've got on the claim and that they've introduced to the game as well. I thought I'd just take you guys through it, and then show you the Tier 3 Washplant in all of its glory. I've pretty much fully upgraded the Tier 3 Washplant on the old Arnold parcel, and it's pumping out quite a lot of gold, you guys. So there's pretty much, in Tier 3, there's pretty much 3 tiers of everything. So let me show you what I mean. Here are the shakers. There's 3 different kinds of shakers. There's the D-Rocker, 67,000. There's the shaker for 22,000. This is obviously the cheapest one. And then there's the Glacier Creek for 203,000. And the same goes for all the components of the Tier 3 plant, except for like the runs and the sluices and stuff like that. So you've got 3 trommels. This is the nicest one, reinforced trommel. Then there's just your bog standard trommel. Then old Arnold's trommel. Then you got the jigs, there's 3 of those. Cheapest one is 34,000, then 103,000, and 79,000. So there's 3 tiers of each major component of the Tier 3 plant. And I've got the top tier of everything now. So what that means is with every kind of upgrade you make, you catch more gold. So you produce more gold, you make more money. And man, it's a gold making factory right now, you guys. A few things have been added to the store as well, so let's go check that out. Okay, so not that many new additions to the store, but a few cool ones nonetheless. Electric pumps have been added. Big electric water pump and big water pump. So this is still a petrol-based pump, and this one you can plug into the large generator. So these pumps take huge hoses as well. These are the huge hoses. So all my water needs are solved back on the claim, basically, because of this piece of equipment. This is a really nice piece of equipment, and I think a lot of people were waiting for it, and it works like a charm. Also, they've added the Nugginator. This thing's great, because when using the Tier 3 plant, man, you got a lot of mats to wash and stuff like that. So this thing's like an automatic mat washer. You can stack, I think, 8 mats? What does it say here? If you don't want to grab another bucket full of water to clean the miners' moss, buy the Gold Nuggetator and clean most of them at the same time. Full cleanup without a need to swap the bucket. Okay, so that really cuts your time down when cleaning the miners' moss, which is the mats that kind of catch the gold. So this thing's a good investment too. 26,000, pretty cheap. So I've got all of the new equipment working down on the claim, and it's all going pretty well. Look at the size of this connector, man. Look at the splitter. The splitter splits into 4 normal hoses. Then you could take those 4 normal hoses and split them into 4 small hoses each if you wanted to. So one pump is totally enough for your entire operation. Really, really handy. Alright, let's go back down to the claim and take a look at all of this stuff in action. Alright, back on the claim. Before we check out the wash plant, let's just take a look at the digging I've been doing, you guys. I think the last time I left you guys, I'd probably dug up to here, but now we've gone right down to the base level. Bedrock. There was a lot of gold in here too, so I've done quite a lot of drilling, as you can see, and I've kind of worked out where all the hot spots are, and I'm heading straight for those so that we can get the most gold as possible. But this is a really, really long process. I mean, I've probably done this 4 or 5 hours a week for months. I don't know, 2-3 months. And this is as far as I've gotten. And I mean, for those of you that don't know, take a look at the size of the claim. Let's get up on these rocks here. That's all diggable ground, and it all goes down like 10 meters. Look how low down it goes. And this is not a multiplayer game, so I have to do this all myself. It's crazy. Okay, let's go check out the Tier 3 plant. This thing is awesome, man. Okay, I've got the Frankenstein machine set up here, feeding pay dirt into the hopper, but I don't usually do it that way. Usually I use the truck, just for the purposes of this demonstration, just to show you all these moving parts in action. I decided to use the Frankenstein machine instead. Really cool looking. I think I'm gonna get another couple of these so that I can just feed the machines all the way to the hopper from where I'm digging. That'll be really, really convenient. The only problem is these things are like close to $500,000, so there's a lot of mining to be done. Okay, let's go to the caravan here to make it daylight for the purposes of this demonstration, since nighttime tends to be a bit dark on video. Give me a second. Alright, where do we start? Let's start at the top here. So we've got our massive fuel tank, 60% full. I'm going to have to fill that at some point soon. Cool thing about this fuel tank is that you just order the fuel, and at midnight they come and fill it up again. I wish they'd really come. They don't really come, but it fills up at midnight. Pretty cool. Then we've got our huge generator. This is obviously the biggest generator in the game. Everything's plugged in here. Everything except for the gold washing stuff down in the tent. There's still a tiny little generator for that. I could work it out. We've got enough space here to power that as well, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So this is where the tier 3 wash plant is plugged in its entirety. Obviously, this runs on fuel from this, so that's why I've got them next to each other. Let's take a look inside really quickly. Okay, as you guys can see, everything's nicely labeled here with a start and stop button. This is for the bigger equipment, and then the smaller stuff gets sorted out down here. Also with start and stop buttons. The cool thing about this is that if things go badly wrong, this big red button is the kill switch, and that just switches everything off immediately. And obviously our large pump is set up behind the generator over here. I think in real life I probably wouldn't lead the main water supply over the generator, because that doesn't seem like a safe thing to do. But for this situation, I think it's perfect. I've led the main line down here, and then I've split it over here. Same as the power situation, I could split again here and use the water to power the gold washing stuff down there, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So all we needed was 2 red cables from the big blue one, and we've powered everything in the tier 3 plant. This thing is spectacular, man. Okay. Ugh. Alright, so this is the hopper. You feed your pay dirt into your hopper here. Then the conveyor takes it from the hopper into the shaker. Like I said, we've got the best of all the equipment. So this is the Glacier Creek here, $211,000, I think. Then it gets shaken from the Glacier Creek down into the sluice runs. The big rocks get taken off the edge here, and then the gold-bearing material comes down here. Another thing that's been added is these riffles in this sluice, which are really cool. They catch even more gold, so they're kind of like 4 mats. There's a new tool as well. We've got the small shovel, the small spade, or whatever it is, and that cleans out the riffles, so that's what you need that for. After that, it goes into the trommel. The trommel rolls it around, washes it a little more, and it gets sent into the main sluices down here. And obviously this is where most of the gold is caught, I guess. And then down into these beautiful jigs, and you put a bucket down here, and all the gold-bearing material goes into the bucket. And then we've got the hog pans as well. So we've got 4 more little mats down at the bottom here just to catch anything that we missed. And I've set up the nuggetator in between all of this stuff so that it's a quick and easy cleanup. It's actually a really long and complicated cleanup, but some of this equipment makes it better. You know, the nuggetator makes everything a little faster. So you load all the mats in here. You can load loads of mats in here. Take the hog pan, for example. You can load 2 mats per tray. So you can load pretty much both hog pans worth of mats into the nuggetator in one go, and then shake it all out into this bucket. And once you fill these buckets have got loads and loads of gold in them. So that's a really cool little thing. Obviously the bigger mats, they take up a whole tray each, so you can't wash as many bigger mats as you can hog pan mats, but it still makes it way more efficient. So that's basically the fully equipped, most efficient, gold-worthy tier 3 wash plant you can get. So I'll show it to you in action now. It's really, really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace!